What were the two slips that could have let out? What were the two slips that could have let out the real identity of Mrs. Fitzgerald? What were the two slips? Slips means mistakes that could have let out the real identity of Mrs. Fitzgerald. Next one. How was the experience of the two women? Written, first one written, what were the two slips?
Yes.
Yes.
कर लिया बेटा, लिख लिया?
Yes.
Then the
Yes,
next
ma'am.
one. Chirag, what happened?
Nothing, ma'am.
Okay. Next one, how was the experience for the two women after the change of bodies? How was the experience for the two women after the change of bodies? How was the experience for the two women after the change of bodies? Next one. What was Mrs. Fitzgerald's advice? What was Mrs. Fitzgerald's advice to Mrs. Pearson? What was Mrs. Fitzgerald's advice to Mrs. Pearson after she had put back the family members? After she had put back the family members in their proper place. In their proper place. And the last one, what was the change that came over the Pearson family in the end? Last one, what was the change? What was the change that came over? What was the change that came over the Pearson family in the end? Written,
And Pearson.
I'll repeat it. What was the change that came over the Pearson family in the end? How many questions, beta?
12.
Ma'am, 12.
ठीक है. Write down one more. What does Mrs. Pearson have to say to Doris that disturbs her? What does Mrs. Pearson, what does Mrs. Pearson have to say to Doris? Have to say to Doris that disturbs her? And one more. Describe Mrs. Pearson's conversation Describe Mrs. Pearson's conversation with Seidel. Describe Mrs. Pearson's conversation with Cyril when he walks in and his reaction. When he walks in and his reaction. Written,
Ma'am, please repeat it.
which one?
Ma'am, last question.
Describe Mrs. Pearson's conversation with Cyril when he walks in and his reaction. When he walks in and his reaction.
Yes, ma'am.
Done. So you will be doing all the 14 questions better. ठीक है? Last two may
Yes,
have
ma'am.
60 to 80 words, but the beginning one 30 to 40 words can not too long. Clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, fine then. Okay, complete all the question answers, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What I said, complete it on time and in time.